You are watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. Today, we've got an AL East matchup between the New York Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays. Two of the hottest teams in the AL East. The Yankees are in first place, and the Rays are in second place. Two former All-Stars dueling it out in today's game. We'll take a look at the home starter, Blake Snell, first. 4.35 ERA. 2-1 record in 6 starts this season. He also had a short stint on the injured list, but he's back now. The Rays have made a couple moves today. Not trades or releasing, but they made some roster moves. And a couple of moves affected their rotation as DJ LeMahieu steps in. First pitch is inside. That's how this ball game begins. But the Rays called up Anthony Banda and Brendan McKay from AAA.
7-10.
They sent down Jalen Beeks. So he was their long relief pitcher, and he's now in the minor leagues. They also sent down J.P. Crawford. He's now in the minor leagues. The Rays traded for J.P. Crawford a couple of weeks ago, and he hasn't done well. He's played primarily a bench role. He played shortstop when Willie Adames got hurt and was on the injured list, but he didn't produce very much. So his future is uncertain as a Tampa Bay Ray, but the Rays certainly not at fault for some of the moves they're making as LeMahieu swings and misses. The Rays are now 22-20. They're 3 games back of the division. They're in third place. The Orioles are in second after winning today, and the Yankees in first. Down the left field line, and that will go foul. Count still even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Jammed him, popped it up. There's G-Man Choi. He makes the catch. 1 out here in the top of the first. Starting lineup now for the New York Yankees looks like this. DJ LeMahieu, leadoff hitter. As usual, Aaron Judge, Gleyber Torres, and Giancarlo Stanton toward the middle of the order. And everybody else on the team is a familiar face. Aaron Hicks still on the injured list. He won't be back for at least a few more weeks. Here's Aaron Judge against Blake Snell. Swing and a fly ball, but foul. Counts 0-1. Aaron Judge on a 9-game hitting streak, and that's helped his average. He's batting .347. Swinging a line drive, but foul. The count's quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Blake Snell gets LeMahieu and Judge out. And that's the second out of this half inning. Just a nice breaking ball, started belt high and then dropped. And now with 2 outs, here's Gleyber Torres. Torres, a .219 hitter so far this season.
0-1.
He's produced well despite having a lower average than expected. He has 11 home runs and 26 RBIs entering today. Nothing in 1 pitch coming. Check swing, and no swing. Counts 1-1. Gleyber Torres on a 4-game hitting streak entering today. 1-1. That's too far in the dirt. Counts 2-1. Torres, a former prospect in the Chicago Cubs organization, was traded to New York in 2016, where he played minor league baseball until he made his major league debut in 2018. Flies out there to Austin Meadows, and that ends the top of the first inning. The Yankees get no runs on no hits and leave no runners on base. After a half inning of play, it's the Yankees 0 and the Rays coming to bat. And here's his Cy Young candidate from years past, taking the mound for the Yankees. It's Garrett Cole, 3.13 ERA this season, 2-1 record in 8 starts with New York. He's toward the top of the strikeout leaders in the American League with his 66 strikeouts. And he and Masahiro Tanaka are tied They're the only two American League pitchers with 2 complete game shutouts this season.
Second baseman, number 8.
Brandon Lowe will lead off for the Rays. Cole, who takes the mound, signed the largest free agent contract this season, or this offseason, and he did with the Yankees. Signed a 9-year, $324 million contract. And that's helped the Yankees, him being the ace of the team now. The Yankees still dealing with some injury issues moving into 2020. Aaron Hicks starts the year on the injured list. He's been having issues with his arm. Luis Severino is having Tommy John surgery, still recovering from that, so he's on the injured list. James Paxton also started the year on the injured list, so the Yankees still having to rely on depth to get them through. Right now, they're doing well. They're in first place in the AL East, and they lead the Orioles by 2.5 games, and they lead the Rays, who are in third place, by 3 games. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Too high, counts even at 2. Garrett Cole, a former first-round pick of the Pittsburgh Pirates, was back in the 2011 draft. Chopped toward the right side. That stays fair. Cole plays it. Throws to void at first, and that's the first out of this half inning. And with that, we'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Tampa Bay Rays. A couple new faces in there. Hunter Renfroe and Jose Martinez in the middle of the order. They were acquired in trades. We'll tell you more about them when they come up to the plate. Here's Austin Meadows. Former top prospect in the Pittsburgh Pirates organization, was traded to the Rays in the middle of the 2018 season. He spent the rest of that year in the minor leagues, came up in 2019, and became an American League All-Star and become one of the best hitters in the game. Fouls that pitch off, counts even at 1. Austin Meadows right now has 40 RBIs. That's good for second best among American League hitters. That's inside, counts 2-1. Austin Meadows and Tyler Glasnow were traded to the Rays in 2018, and the Pirates got Chris Archer. And this deal has worked tremendously for the Rays. Glasnow became a phenomenal pitcher. As previously mentioned, Meadows was a 2019 American League All-Star, and he's been the Rays' starting right fielder ever since 2019.
Full count.
Counts full 3-2. Yandy Diaz on deck. Three ball, 2-strike pitch coming from Garrett Cole to Austin Meadows. Swing, and that's foul. Count still full 3-2. That's outside. And the first base runner of the game belongs to the Rays. It's a 1-out walk issued by Garrett Cole.
The third baseman, Yandy Diaz.
And with that, Yandy Diaz will come to the plate. Diaz is a former Cleveland Indian who was acquired by the Rays in a 3-team trade a couple years ago. And he was the hero of the 2019 AL wildcard game that the Rays ended up winning. He went deep a couple times. He was originally an international signing by the Indians. He was a versatile infielder for them, didn't get much playing time over there, but since coming to the Rays, he's vacated a needed third base position because their former third baseman, Matt Duffy, had been suffering from injuries. He's since gotten released. No longer on the roster. Runner goes from first. Swing and a ground ball, left side, foul. And Meadows will be required to go back to first. Counts still 0-2 on Yandy Diaz. Swing and a miss. Cole pounding that low part of the zone, gets him swinging with an off-speed pitch. And there are now 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning.
G-Man Choi.
And with 2 outs, here comes G-Man Choi. Especially after last season, he's become a sensation here in Tampa Bay.
0-1.
He's been a leadoff hitter for them, been a middle of the order hitter. Personality and influential both with his talents as a hitter and as a team player.
1-1.
Ji-Man Choi, former Los Angeles Angel, New York Yankee, also played for the Milwaukee Brewers most recently, but now he's with the Rays. Was acquired in 2018, and he's been their starting first baseman for all of 2019 and now starting 2020. Brett Gardner runs that ball down in the gap, and that ends the inning. No runs on no hits for the Rays, 1 walk in the inning, and 1 runner left on base. Going to inning 2, no score at Tropicana Field. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis, and that is Giancarlo Stanton. He's on a 7-game hitting streak, and he will lead off the top of the second inning for the Yankees. Blake Snell threw 13 pitches in inning 1. It was an efficient first inning, now pitching here in the second. And that's a ground ball foul, counts 0-2. The Rays are shifting Giancarlo Stanton. That's inside, counts 1-2. Stanton, former most valuable player in the National League. He had 59 home runs in 2017, the year he earned that award. Has played for the Yankees ever since 2018. Hits it against the shift, but played well at second base, and that's out number 1. And with that play, we'll take a look at the defense for the Rays. Meadows is in left starting this game. Kevin Kiermaier's in center. Hunter Renfroe starts the game in right. Yandy Diaz at third. Willie Adames at short. Brandon Lowe at second. Ji-Man Choi at first. And Mike Zunino behind the plate. Here comes Gary Sanchez. 1 out, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. Blake Snell, 96 miles per hour on that last pitch. Sanchez has gone deep 6 times and has 14 RBIs entering today's game. He's struggled with average over the last couple of seasons. 2016 and 17 were highlights in his career. Still hits for power now, and certainly a threat as a hitter. But his average has not been as high as expected over the last couple of seasons. And that's been some cause for concern, as has been his speed on the base paths and his defense. Fly ball into center field. There's Kevin Kiermaier. He's got it. That's out number 2. And with that, the Yankees' number 6 hitter will come to the plate. It's Miguel Andujar. Andujar is the designated hitter of today's game. He's 16 for 41 in his last 9 games. Was injured most of last season and now has an opportunity to have his bat in the lineup with Aaron Hicks on the injured list. Brett Gardner moved to center, Stanton moved out to left field, and so because of that, the designated hitter role became open, and Andujar has filled that role, and he's been doing well. Look at that, another hit. He's also the league leader in doubles, but starts his first at bat of the game with a single. And he's on first base. That's the first hit for either side. Coming with 2 outs in the second. And here's Luke Voigt. That's too high, ball 1. Voigt, 262 average, 6 home runs, 19 RBIs entering today's game. One-0 pitch coming from a former AL Cy Young Award winner. That pitch misses high, counts 2-0. Voigt was a 22nd round pick by the St. Louis Cardinals in 2013. Played in their farm system for a while. Didn't get too much major league time, but came to the Bronx in the middle of the 2018 season. The Yankees traded Giovanni Gallegos to St. Louis for him.
2-2.
And he's become a superstar in New York. And has earned the job of everyday first baseman ever since the 2018 season. Adames. Well, there were 3 outs there. Adames threw to first just for good measure. But the Yankees go down 1-2. No, they don't. Yankees go down. No runs on 1 hit in the inning, and 1 runner left on base moving to the bottom of the second. No score here at Tropicana Field. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis, and the Rays will send up 5, 6, 7 hitters to begin this half inning. Hunter Renfroe, Jose Martinez, and Willie Adames. Here's Garrett Cole's first pitch of the half inning. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Hunter Renfroe was acquired in a trade with the San Diego Padres. Tommy Pham, the former Rays outfielder, now playing in San Diego. There were a few prospects swapped between the two teams, but the big names in that were Renfroe and Pham. Pham now in San Diego, and Renfroe now playing here on the East Coast in Tampa Bay. The Rays were looking for a strong middle-of-the-order bat, and while Pham was a good contact hitter, he wasn't as much of a power threat as he was good at making contact with the ball. Renfroe also has a plus arm that makes him valuable as a right fielder. So now Meadows plays left field. Kiermaier, of course, still in center field. He's a very talented outfielder. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Sanchez dropped it, though, so the strikeout will need to be completed, and it is. Throw to Voit, and Kiermaier is out. Or, excuse me, Renfroe's out. Pardon me. Renfroe's out at first, 1 away. Here's Jose Martinez. Martinez, a former St. Louis Cardinal, was traded here to the Rays this offseason. Martinez has always been a good hitter, even with the Cardinals, but there was no room for him to really play on defense. You had Goldschmidt, who had been traded a year prior to this to play first base. Matt Carpenter then would secure third base, and the outfield's been very crowded for the Cardinals for a few years now. And so Martinez wasn't really living up to his potential in St. Louis, but now here in Tampa Bay, where there's a designated hitter available in the American League, he gets to play every day. He flies out there to Aaron Judge, and now there are 2 outs in the bottom of the second. And Willie Adames will come to the plate. Adames was injured a few weeks ago. Still not really producing since coming back. Batting .160 over his last 8 games. .224 average with 6 home runs and 6 RBIs entering today's game. The Rays made an acquisition of J.P. Crawford, who is a young shortstop, formerly with the Mariners. But Crawford wasn't producing well enough, so they sent Crawford down to AAA. And Adames was always going to be the everyday shortstop, but Crawford didn't provide him the competition needed to make him worry about losing his job, and he hasn't been producing much himself. Flailed at that pitch. The count's 1-2. Popped up and fouled. The count's still 1-2. Cole walked the batter last inning, but that was the only damage. And with a good play by Voit, there's Cole covering first base, and Cole sets the Rays down 1-2-3. No runs on, no hits, and nobody left on for the Rays in the bottom of the second. Going to the third inning, still no score here at Tropicana Field. Well, there's Heidi Watney, and that's that. Here's Brett Gardner coming to the plate. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Brett Gardner at the plate to begin the third inning, and he grounds one through the middle, base hit. That's the second hit Snell's given up in this one. Leadoff single for the Yankees.
Batting ninth, the third baseman.
Let's watch this again.
Urshela.
Just came out swinging first pitch. It wasn't a terrible pitch either. Low inside corner. But Gardner was able to square it up and hit it back up the middle. Now here's Gio Urshela. First pitch to him. Inside, ball one. Urshela has been producing. 265 average. Not super high, but 11 home runs and 25 RBIs for him. He's been a run producer this season for the Yankees. Popped it up. Mike Zunino makes the catch. Gardner tags it first and holds. And that's the first out of the top of the third.
Up next for the Yankees.
And with one out,
The second baseman.
the Yankees order recycles back to DJ LeMahieu at the top. LeMahieu's 0 for 1. He popped out back in the first inning, still batting .355 on the season. Entering today's game, LeMahieu was 6th best in the American League for batting average. Runner goes, pitch out, Zunino's throw. Down to Blow covering second. And Brett Gardner is out trying to steal the bag. A great time for a pitch out. Gardner didn't get a great jump on the pitch out. Throw beat him by a mile. Tag applied well in time. And now there are 2 outs in the third inning. 1-0 count on LeMahieu. Snell back into the windup. Strike counts even at 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Snell throwing in the mid-90s to begin this game, consistently hitting between 94 and 97 miles per hour. LeMahieu pulled off that off-speed pitch, fouls it off. The count's 1-2. 2 outs, bases empty. That's up high, counts 2-2. Well-placed pitch over the outside edge, and that's a called strike 3 that ends the top of the third. No runs on a hit for the Yankees, but nobody left on base. Going to the bottom of the third inning, it's New York 0 and Tampa Bay 0. 8-9-1 due up for the Rays when we come back. And here we are, we're back. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis.
Kiermaier.
It's the Rays batting in the bottom of the third. 8-9-1 hitters due up. Kevin Kiermaier, then Mike Zunino, and then back to the top for Brandon Lowe. Kiermaier has always been a consistent contact hitter.
1-1.
Though he's more in the lineup because of his excellence on
2
defense.
balls, 1 strike.
He's been the Rays center fielder for a few years now. He's been very good in the outfield. Has won a few Gold Gloves as well. Takes that down low, counts 3-1. Mike Zunino on deck.
Ball 4, runner takes
That's
a
too
base.
far low and inside. Ball 4, and Garrett Cole issues his second walk of the evening. It's a leadoff walk to Kiermaier. He's got some wheels on the base paths. Here comes Mike Zunino to the plate. 257 hitter with 6 home runs and 17 RBIs entering the game today. Zunino was acquired by the Rays in an offseason trade with the Mariners. And he was really supposed to be their starting catcher, but a few weeks into the season,
No ball.
the Mets had traded Travis d'Arnaud to the Dodgers. And then the Dodgers traded d'Arnaud to Tampa Bay. And d'Arnaud became the starting catcher just because he was really having a breakout year. Runner goes from first. That's inside. Sanchez's throw down to LeMahieu is late. And Kevin Kiermaier steals second base. Not a great jump, but a long leg kick by Garrett Cole allowed Kiermaier to gain some ground, and he gets into second base. Now he's in scoring position with nobody out. Runner goes to third. Strike called. Sanchez's throw down to Urshela, and Kiermaier's greediness does not pay off. He is out trying to steal third base. And so now nobody on, 1 out, 1-2 count on Zunino, and he chops that up the middle, played by Garrett Cole, throws to Luke Voigt. And now there are 2 outs in the bottom of the third. But Darno had a breakout year, and Zunino didn't get to start too often. Darno entered free agency after the 2019 season, signed a deal with the Atlanta Braves, so now Zunino getting another crack at being a starting catcher. 2 outs, bases empty, bottom of the third. Here's Brandon Lowe against Garrett Cole. Lowe 0 for 1. And takes ball 1. Lowe's .261 average is third best on the Rays. Both of these teams not quite contact-based. The hitters aren't hitting for average. There are several power hitters on these teams, several run producers on these teams. But average is not a strong suit for either the Yankees or the Rays so far this year.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Counts 2-1 now on Brandon Lowe. 2 outs, bases empty. Kevin Kiermaier reached base on a leadoff walk. He stole second, then tried to nab third as well on the next pitch. And he got thrown out. Zunino grounded out. Now there are 2 outs. And there's strike 2 to Brandon Lowe. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the third. Bases empty, no score here at Tropicana Field. 2-2, here it comes. Too far outside, and the counts run full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Austin Meadows would bat next if Lowe could reach base. 3-2. Swing and a miss. He was out in front of a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. Got jumpy, swung and missed at it, and that ends the third inning. No runs on no hits for the Rays. 1 walk in the inning. Nobody left on base. Going to the 4th inning, still no score. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis, and the Yankees' 2, 3, 4 hitters are due up this half inning. Aaron Judge, Gleyber Torres, and Giancarlo Stanton. Judge being shifted. You see the Rays defense anticipating him to pull the ball. Judge started this year on the injured list, but has made a recovery and has since been playing. Judge made his Major League debut in 2016. Was a part of the first duo in Major League Baseball history to hit home runs in their first at-bats in the majors. Tyler Austin and Aaron Judge went back-to-back in 2016 and became the first ever to accomplish that feat. In their Major League debuts, their first Major League at-bats, Austin went deep and then Judge went deep, hit a home run. 1-2 pitch, too far in, counts even at 2. Judge had a clean 2017 on the Home Run Derby. Also set a record for most rookie home runs in a single season. He pops that pitch up to G-Man Choi. Of course, Pete Alonso has taken that record.
Now batting.
And, well, that's something to gain your attention. I'll get back to Aaron Judge, but look at this. Garrett Cole and Blake Snell, their top pitch speed comparison, they're on average throwing 99 miles per hour. That doesn't get much better than that, folks. I mean, you're into a treat today. This was expected to be a pitcher's duel, and through the first third of the game, it has. It has been. 1 out is Gleyber Torres. Strike 1 to him.
0-1.
But where I was getting at with Judge was that 2018 and 2019 saw some injuries to Judge, and really all the Yankees kind of caught the injury bug. The Yankees set a record for most injuries in a single season with over 20. And so the Yankees hoping that they can limit that in this season. I mean, they still won 100-plus games and won a division with players who are filling in as depth. But we'll see what happens. Right now, Stanton and Judge are healthy, as are several of their other offensive players. As Torres swings and misses, that's out number 2.
Now batting. The left fielder.
Here's Giancarlo Stanton, 2 outs, bases empty. Most of the Yankee hitters are healthy. It's the pitching staff that is seeing some injured list time. I already talked about a few of them. Luis Severino's having Tommy John surgery. James Paxton still dealing with something that really inflamed over this past offseason.
That's the
So
ball.
the Yankees still working around
1-1.
injuries from the pitching staff, hoping that Stanton and Judge can stay
2-1.
healthy because they've had some injury problems over the last few seasons. I take that back, too, at least for Stanton. He's had some injury problems for several of his major league years. He's had problems staying healthy with the Marlins. A few seasons he was there, and has been on the injured list at least once every season he's been with the Yankees. That's hit well to left field. Meadows preparing for a bounce, and it will stay in the yard. First extra base hit for either team today. Belongs to Giancarlo Stanton, now with 14 doubles on the year. 2-out double here in the top of the fourth inning. Here's Gary Sanchez in a run-scoring spot. First pitch from Blake Snell. That's over the outside edge. That's strike one. Sanchez now batting .261 after flying out in the second inning. No balls, one strike. That's too far outside, and the count is even at 1-1. Sanchez batting .172 with runners in scoring position this season. Swing and a miss.
1-2 is the count.
Breaking ball jammed him a bit. Counts 1-2. Check swing.
Did he go?
Didn't go, according to the appeal. The count's even at 2. That was a bait pitch. Sanchez looked like it caught his eye, but then he realized it wasn't going to be easy for him to hit it, so he pulled back. And, well, pulling back might have paid off here if that stays fair. No, it does not. That's a foul ball. Count still even, 2-2. Swing and a miss. A near home run turns into a strikeout for Blake Snell. He's pitched 4 scoreless innings here at home. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's the Yankees 0 and the Rays 0. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. The Rays scheduled to bat here in the bottom of the fourth, and they're to send up their 2-3-4 hitters, Austin Meadows, Yandy Diaz, and G-Man Choi. Meadows takes ball 1 from Garrett Cole in the infield, anticipating him to pull the ball. You see they're shifted to the right, which leaves a vacated left side of the infield. Too high and in, counts 2-0. Meadows an all-star last season. Former top pick of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now playing here in Tampa Bay. Foul tip into the mid of Gary Sanchez. And the count's 2-1. Meadows was drafted in 2013 by the Pirates. He gets ahead in the count 3-1. Swing and he fouls it off. And the count's full 3-2. Meadows was a first-round draft pick of the Pirates in 2013, and he was the 9th overall pick of that draft. Swing and a miss. Garrett Cole got him to strike out 99 miles per hour with that fastball. And there's one out.
Now batting, the third baseman, Yandy.
It's difficult when that ball is over the outside part of the plate to get a good piece of the bat on it, especially if you're not expecting it. That's a blur up there at 99 miles an hour. One out, here's Yandy Diaz. Swing and a miss off speed pitch by Garrett Cole. Counts 0-1. I mean, so far we've been treated to a masterful pitching performance by both Garrett Cole and Blake Snell.
1-1.
Both these pitchers former All-Stars. Blake Snell, a Cy Young Award winner in the American League in 2018.
One and two.
Cole set a franchise record with the Astros last season for their franchise single-season strikeout total. It was 326. that Cole finished with. 326 strikeouts in one season. Line drive toward the right side. DJ LeMahieu snags it out of the air. And now there are two outs in the bottom of the fourth inning.
The first baseman, G-Man Choi.
And with that, that'll bring up cleanup hitter G-Man Choi, though he has nothing to clean up right now. The bases are empty for him, and there are two outs in this half inning. First pitch of the plate appearance is hit in the air against the shift. Toward the left field line, there's Urshela running out, and he runs it down. Records the out, and that ends the inning. The Rays get no runs on no hits and leave no runners on base. We'll go to the fifth inning. No score here at Tropicana Field. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis, and there's Heidi Watney. If you know by now, we don't really hear from her on our side. But the Yankees will have 6, 7, 8 hitters coming to the plate this half inning. Miguel Andujar, Luke Voigt, and Brett Gardner. Also, if you're interested in following a baseball league, well, there is no baseball right now. You can follow Virtual MLB on Twitter. At Virtual MLB is the tag, and also on YouTube, MLB Virtual Network. As that pitch is hit well to left field to the wall, and it clears that little notch in left. Miguel Andujar has reached a double-digit home run total. He's at 10 on the season now, and the Yankees strike first. It's 1-0. Now there's more power displayed by the Bronx Bombers. There's that interesting little notch out and left. Every other part of the wall here at Tropicana Field is high, but there's that one little spot down in left field. It's only 315 feet away from home plate. And that plays host to cheapies like that one. On the ground left side, Adames plays it in the middle of the shift. He throws over to G-Man Choi. That's the first out. But to get more news on this league, you can follow at Virtual MLB on Twitter, and you can also subscribe on YouTube. MLB Virtual Network is the name. There's full games archived. You get notifications when we go live on our games. The schedules are posted, and there's an update every night where you get the results of all 30 teams or any team that played on a given day around Major League Baseball. So check it out, MLB Virtual Network. That's what you're watching right now. Follow us on Twitter at Virtual MLB, and check us out on YouTube, MLB Virtual Network. Here's Brett Gardner now.
That's a ball.
He's 1 for 1. He's singled
2-0.
in his first at bat. Got caught stealing as well. That's it. Foul, counts 2-1. Gardner, the longest tenured Yankee, has been around since 2009 when he broke into the league. The Yankees won their 27th World Series championship. He's in a hitter's count now, 3 balls and 1 strike. Hit well to right field. Back goes Renfroe, and he makes the catch. And now there are 2 outs in the 5th inning.
The third baseman, Gio Urshela.
Well, it's been kind of mixed. Both teams have squared the ball up in certain bats and squared it up well. And on other occasions, Cole and Snell have been having hitters flail at pitches. Here's Gio Urshela, 2 outs, bases empty.
1-0.
The Yankees struck for a run in this inning. Miguel Andujar hit a solo home run.
2-0's the count.
Only run tallied to this point. Urshela at the plate, former Cleveland Indian and Toronto Blue Jay. Smokes that one up the middle, and that's a 2-out hit for the Yankees. That pitch was right over the middle of the plate.
Now batting, Second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
There's DJ LeMahieu, 2 outs, runner on first base in the form of Gio Urshela. Takes outside, ball 1. LeMahieu is 0 for 2 out of the Yankees leadoff spot. Hurting his average a bit. He came into this game batting .358. He's now at .353. 1-0 from Blake Snell. Outside, counts 2-0. LeMahieu, a career WAR of 34.7. Wins above replacement's been a statistic that became popular in the 2010s, and it's a metric used now to measure players. It's amazing how statistics shape a fan's experience. You have the old-style fans who enjoy just looking at batting average, home runs, and RBIs and seeing a player's value from there, but you have the analytical people as well who like to place scenarios with hitters who can hit better in day games, night games, against lefties, against righties, when it's raining, when the wind's at 5 miles per hour. It's crazy how statistics are working this day and age, and wins above replacement's just another one of those that has become popular. Blake Snell gets out of the inning, giving up just 1 run, but here's that run being scored again. Miguel Andujar. Solo home run puts the Yankees on top, heading in to the bottom of the 5th. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. That's Heidi Watney. She's not talking into her microphone properly, so sorry we can't hear her for this portion of the game. But you're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. This game brought to you by MLB The Show 20. 5-6-7 hitters due up for the Rays this half inning. Hunter Renfroe, Jose Martinez, and Willy Adames. So some good news around Major League Baseball as well. We're talking about the real-life Major League Baseball. The owners have all put up an okay to a proposal of when the 2020 Major League Baseball season should begin. And right now the tentative idea is starting in July and playing a shortened season just to give fans something to enjoy while COVID-19 is still impacting those around the world. But July is a tentative start date, and the proposal, since it's been approved by all the managers, will go to the league, and the league will decide how it could be executed, or will deny it, but we'll find out in the next couple days whether it's approved by the league or not. But some teams of some geographical locations that have been lesser affected might have the teams in those places just host certain games and keep all the teams in one specific place. Garrett Cole has struck out 5 now. The Hunter Renfroe is his latest victim, and that's the first out of the bottom of the 5th. But everything is still not clear yet. The proposal's just been approved and hasn't really been publicly displayed yet. All of the details that will take place. It's still unknown whether spring training locations will be used. Again, talking about whether some teams where there aren't as dangerous locations of the coronavirus, how some of those stadiums might just be used as hosts and all teams will play in that specific location with no fans, or those specific locations, multiple stadiums just with no fans. But it's exciting knowing that Major League Baseball will be coming back in a little over a month, or could come back in a little over a month, but nothing has been official yet. Nothing has been made official yet. Aaron Judge makes the catch. Jose Martinez is out, and now there are 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning.
The batter, number 1, shortstop, Willy Adames.
Here comes Willy Adames. He's 0 for 1. Facing Garrett Cole. Once again. That's too high, ball 1. Adames has just 1 hit against Garrett Cole in 13 at-bats. That's in the zone, counts 1-1. Cole and Snell have been pitching efficiently, and you see Cole's pitch count there. He's about to throw pitch number 70 in his near 5th complete inning of work. Blake Snell's been pitching well, too. Just one blip on a good game as that pitch is hit to right by Willie Adames. He's on with a 2-out single. But Miguel Andujar hit a solo home run in the top of this inning. That was the only big mistake by Blake Snell so far. And Cole still pitching a shutout. Here's Kevin Kiermaier, 2 outs. Adames on first base. Kiermaier walked in his first plate appearance. Facing Cole for the second time in this game. Pickoff attempt. Luke Voigt's tag is too late. Back safely is Adames. Kevin Kiermaier is still a .279 hitter. No official at bat in this game yet. Strike one called. Kiermaier just 1 hit and 8 at bats against Garrett Cole, has 4 strikeouts. There aren't very large track records of hitters being successful against Garrett Cole. One of the best pitchers in baseball and was rewarded with a contract that reflects that. 0-2. Popped up, but that's foul behind the plate. Count still 0-2. Adames is on first base. He hit a 2-out single. 0-2 pitch. Coming again. Hit in the air toward right field. Judge trying to make a play on it. That's toward the wall. And that ball is gone. Kevin Kiermaier with a 2-out, 2-run home run. The Rays have taken the lead. It's 2-1. Well, it doesn't get much better than this. Homering off of a guy that doesn't give up too many long balls. Barely over that right center field wall, but it counts just the same. And the Rays, who have been struggling to get hits, got a 2-out single and then a 2-out, 2-run home run. And they have taken the lead. Here's Mike Zunino. The Yankees struck first in the top of this inning. Miguel Andujar hit a solo home run. And Kiermaier just went deep with a 2-run home run. Rays respond immediately. One ball, 1 strike pitch coming from Garrett Cole. Swing and a miss. Jammed him up and in.
1-2.
Counts quickly, 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's too far in the dirt. Zunino did not chase it, and that runs the count even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cole, who was at 69 pitches with 2 outs, now running up toward 80. Hits it through the shift, and Zunino joins the hit party in this half inning. 2-out single for Mike Zunino. And with that, a mound visit is warranted.
Number 8.
Cole on the brink of 80 pitches now. Gave up a 2-run home run to Kevin Kiermaier. That gave the Rays the lead. Cole looked like he was breezing through this 5th inning. Gave up a 2-out single to Adames and then gave up the home run to Kiermaier. Now Zunino's on with a single. And the Rays have the top of the order coming back up. Here's Brandon Lowe. Lowe's 0 for 2 out of the Rays leadoff spot. He bats here with 2 outs and a runner on first base. Pitch to the Rays second baseman is outside. Counts 2-0. Ooh, he chased it there. That was a big hack. But nothing to turn on with an outside pitch that far away from the zone. Counts 2-1. Too high. Counts 3 balls and 1 strike. Austin Meadows is on deck. the second leading RBI leader in the American League with 40. Swing and a miss. He was well out in front of that fastball. Bull's velocity has gone down a bit. He's at 96 miles per hour after that last pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him to strike out there. And so the Rays end a bit of a rally there, but not before this two-run home run by Kevin Kiermaier. The Yankees take the lead back from, or the Rays take the lead back from the Yankees as we go to the sixth. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. The Yankees got a solo home run from Miguel Andujar in the top of the fifth inning. And the Rays got a two-run home run by Kevin Kiermaier in the bottom of the fifth inning. And Judge swings at the first pitch, bobbled by Brandon Lowe.
He's in there.
And because he was in the shift, it's a bit too far away from first base to throw out Judge after bobbling the ball that severely. And Judge reaches base on what is ruled an error. It was a good effort for him that he was there anyway, but if the Rays hadn't have been shifted, that had just gotten through anyway. So here's Torres, who's 0 for 2 out of the 3 spot for the Yankees. He takes strike one.
No ball, 1 strike.
And a couple of pitchers warming up in the Rays bullpen. Oliver Drake, the righty there, and Colin Poche, the lefty. Nothing in 1 pitch on its way. Too far upstairs, counts even at 1. Torres was traded to the Yankees in the middle of the 2016 season. The Yankees got Torres. The Cubs got Aroldis Chapman.
2-1 to count.
Of course, Chapman won the World Series with the Cubs in 2016, and then immediately in the offseason, the Yankees signed him back, and he's been their closer ever since.
3 balls and no strikes.
The Yankees got quite a benefit, although the only thing the Yankees were missing in that entire decade was a World Series championship. So Torres and Chapman still on the team, and have been helping lead this division now for the 2nd straight year. Though we're still in May, the Yankees are in the lead in the division and are successful to this point. Torres pops out there. That's the first out of this 6th inning. And now here comes Giancarlo Stanton. This is game 1 of a 3-game series between these two teams. The Yankees got swept in the weekend series they played against the Red Sox. The Rays won 2 out of 3 against the Rangers this past weekend. The Rays have a 7-game homestand. They have a 4-game series with the Yankees, and this is game 1 today. And then they'll play the Orioles in a 3-game weekend series before going back on the road to play the Red Sox. The Yankees just finished up a homestand, so they're on a road trip now. They got the 4-game series here with the Rays, and then they'll be playing the Astros in a 3-game series. Counts even on Giancarlo Stanton. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. He was out in front of that off-speed pitch. And that's out number 2 here in the 6th. Blake Snell, 5 strikeouts. That's the latest one. Here comes Gary Sanchez. 2 outs, Aaron Judge is on first base. Swing and a miss by Sanchez, counts 0-1. Judge reached first after an error by Brandon Lowe. Since then, Snell got Torres to pop out and got Stanton to strike out.
Nope, ball.
Sanchez went 0 for 4 in the Yankees' losing effort yesterday against the Red Sox. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Counts 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Aaron Judge on first, top of the 6th inning. Rays leading by a run. Got him to chase it. The ball hit the ground. Zunino has to complete the strikeout. He throws a G-man choice. Sanchez is out. He strikes out to end the top of the 6th inning. Yankees get no runs on no hits. There was one error committed in the inning. One runner left on base. Going to the bottom of the 6th inning, it's the Rays 2 and the Yankees 1. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Had quite a pitcher's duel in this one, but also a 5th inning that saw some offense. The Yankees got a run when Miguel Andujar hit a solo home run in the top of the 5th. Then in the bottom of the 5th, Willie Adames singled with 2 outs, and following that at bat, Kevin Kiermaier hit a 2-run home run off of Garrett Cole. And now it's 2-1. The Yankees didn't score in the top of the 6th. Now the Rays have a chance in the bottom of the 6th. 2, 3, 4 hitters due up to begin this inning. Austin Meadows, Yandy Diaz, and Ji-Man Choi. Garrett Cole working up toward 90 pitches now. 2-0 pitch. Coming to Meadows. Swing and a foul ball. Counts 2-1. Got a former Pirate against a former Pirate here, though they never really played on the same team. Cole progressed through the Pirates system very quickly. He was drafted in 2011, made his debut in 2013. Meadows was drafted in 2013, didn't make his debut till 2018, but by that time, Cole had been dealt to the Astros. Swing and a miss. Austin Meadows begins the bottom of the 6th inning with a strikeout. That's now 7 for Garrett Cole, and that's the first out of the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yandy Diaz.
Garrett Cole, one of the strikeout leaders in the American League. And he adds on to his total.
1 ball, no strike.
As Yandy Diaz comes to the plate. And Cole, despite being an intimidating pitcher in the past, has struggled this season so far since joining the Yankees. His averages around the 3s. He has just 3 decisions in 8 starts. He also has a loss.
That's inside. Ball.
He hasn't been lights out in his first several appearances with the Yankees.
That's the ball.
Increased strikeouts, but has also fell victim to the long ball on several occasions. Not helpful as the Yankees are starting to struggle. Got swept by the Red Sox and are now losing here in the 6th.
Now batting.
That's an out there.
Ji-Man Choi.
It'll bring Ji-Man Choi up to the plate with 2 outs and the base is empty. The Yankees a couple weeks ago had been caught by the Orioles. Both of those teams led the division. Since then, the Orioles had a dip in wins of their own, and they've got pushed back. So the Orioles right now are 22-19 in the AL East, 2.5 games back of the Yankees as Ji-Man Choi deep down the right field line, and that is gone. That stays fair. Solo home run for Ji-Man Choi. The Rays now lead the Yankees 3-1 in the bottom of the 6th. Back-to-back innings now that the Rays have scored. And again, the Rays score with 2 outs. 379 feet away from home plate, that ball landed. 97 miles per hour off the bat. Closer to 98, actually, but that's the second home run Cole's given up in this game. The Yankees are 24-16 in first place. The Orioles are 22-19, 2.5 games back of the Yankees. And the Rays are 3 games back of the Yankees with a 22-20 record. The Orioles beat the Indians today. And the Rays could help put pressure on both the Orioles and the Yankees, starting this game 1 with a win. They're up by 2. Garrett Cole about to reach the century mark in pitch count. That's outside, counts 1 and 2. That's inside, counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Yankees are on a 3-game losing streak. The Rays have won 2 in a row. 2-2 pitch from Garrett Cole. That's too far outside, and the count's full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jose Martinez would bat next if Renfroe could find a way to reach. Nope, that ball doesn't find the zone. And Cole lets up a 2-out base runner.
The batter.
There's 1 run in the inning already. Rays got a 2-run home run by Kevin Kiermaier in the bottom of the 5th. G-Man Choi hit a home run in this inning. That made it 3-1. And here's Aaron Boone out of the Yankees dugout. Garrett Cole's score line is not finished yet. On first base, Renfroe is still his responsibility. But he's given up 3 earned runs. And he's in line for the loss at this point in the game.
Now pitching for the Yankees.
Here's been one of the Yankees' reliable pitchers. It's Franklin Perez. He's 3-1 in 10 games appeared in. He has not started for the Yankees yet this year. He's been in a long relief role with them. 273 earned run average. And 26 1/3 innings pitched. He's come in frequently, and for the most part, he's done well.
That's the ball.
Was acquired via a trade earlier in the year. The first hitter he faces is Jose Martinez. Counts even at 1, 92 miles per hour on that fastball. Might be a bit of an advantage for the Rays. Cole was throwing in the upper 90s all game. So the change in pace could help the Rays, because it's easier to see 92 as compared to 98. That pitch misses low, counts 2-1. Ground ball left side. There's Gleyber Torres. Throws to DJ LeMahieu out at second. Is Hunter Renfroe on the force. And the inning comes to a close. Meanwhile, that's G-Man Choi, not Jose Martinez. But G-Man Choi extends the Rays' lead by a run. It's 3-1 going into inning 7. Here's Oliver Drake coming into pitch. Drake has come into 24 games this season, has 7 holds, has pitched 25 innings, has an earned run average of 5.76. So Blake Snell is in line for the win right now as we take a look at Snell's only mistake of the game. Miguel Andujar hit a solo home run into that little notch. That made the score 1-0 at the time. That was the top of the 5th. But the Rays scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th and got a home run by G-Man Choi in the bottom of the 6th. And they now lead it 3-1. The Rays bullpen hasn't been too strong this year. You see Drake, one of a few pitchers that has an ERA of over 5 in the Rays bullpen so far this year. But Snell did his job, pitched 6 full innings and allowed 1 earned run and is in line for the win. However, one bright spot in the Rays bullpen is their closer, Nick Anderson. 0-2 pitch from Oliver Drake. On the ground right side. That's a foul ball, though G-Man Choi made a diving effort at it. Counts 0-2. Nick Anderson has a 1.17 ERA. He has 13 saves on the year and just over 15 innings pitched, and that save total of 13 is good for a 4th best tie in the American League. Swing and a miss. That's the first out of the 7th inning.
Now batting.
It's just the middle relief and setup pitchers that need some work for the Rays, but they have a lockdown closer, and they have a pretty decent rotation topped by Blake Snell, who pitched today, and Charlie Morton, the number 2.
Outside, that's the ball.
Counts 1-0 on Luke Voigt, who's 0 for 2. facing Oliver Drake for the first time this game. One-0 pitch coming. Chased it, counts even at 1.
1-1.
Rays lead at 3-1 here in the top of the 7th inning. That pitch misses too high. The count's 2-1. So right now, Blake Snell is in line for the win. And Garrett Cole, who gave up all 3 of those earned runs, is in line for the loss. Garrett Cole gave up all 3 runs that the Rays have now, and all of those runs that were given up were earned runs. 2-2 coming to Luke Voigt. On the ground left side, he was out in front of it and is just able to foul it off. And the count remains even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch coming again. Chased it. Zunino dropped the ball, though, so he'll have to complete the strikeout. Goes to G-Man Choi. Void out at first. He strikes out. Now there's 2 outs in the top of the 7th. And here's Brett Gardner. Gardner 1 for 2. He had a single in his first at bat. Most recently got out. Now bats here with the bases empty. 2 outs and his team down 2 runs. Gardner's 5 for 10 off Oliver Drake in the matchups these two have had together. Nothing in 1. That's outside, but fouled off. The count's 0-2. That's too far outside. The count's 1-2 on Brett Gardner.
1-2.
Oliver Drake just came into this 7th inning. Blake Snell pitched 6 full innings. Gave up just the 1 earned run. That's too far outside. Count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Brett Gardner. Playing center field for the Yankees. Swing and a miss. Elevated the fastball and got a whip. That ends the top of the 7th inning. It's stretch time here, though, at Tropicana Field, and the home team is winning 3-1. Rays lead the Yankees going to the bottom of the 7th. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis, and the Rays are leading the Yankees in this AL East matchup. The score's 3-1. Coming into the bottom of the 7th, and the bottom of the Rays order is due up. Willie Adames, Kevin Kiermaier, and Mike Zunino. Franklin Perez now pitching in his 2nd inning. He came in to finish out the 6th for Garrett Cole, who got taken out with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Now Perez pitching here in the 7th. 0-1 pitch to Adames. Check swing, but no swing, according to the home plate umpire. The count's even at 1. The Yankees scored in the bottom of the 5th inning on a Miguel Andujar solo home run. That made it 1-0. The Rays responded almost immediately with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Kevin Kiermaier hit a 2-run home run after Willie Adames singled. Aaron Judge makes that play, and Adames is out. That's the first out of the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting.
Then in the 6th inning with 2 outs, G-Man Choi launched a solo home run off Garrett Cole that made it 3-1. And neither team has scored since the 6th inning, though it's been a short time since the 6th. But the Yankees haven't scored since the 5th. Kiermaier against the shift into left field, and a diving attempt, but the play can't be made by Giancarlo Stanton, and Kiermaier hustles himself into a double.
Now batting. The catcher.
2-base hit there for Kiermaier. Good effort here by Stanton. But could not complete the heroic play. And the Rays have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. And with that, Mike Zunino will come to the plate. as Jonathan Holder and Tommy Canley warm up in the Yankees bullpen. Zunino hit a single earlier in the game. He is 1 for 2 in total. Oh, 1 pitch to a far outside. The count's even at 1. This is game 1 of a 4-game series between these two teams. The Rays are coming off of winning 2 out of 3 against the Rangers in a series they played this past weekend. And the Yankees got swept by division rival Red Sox over the weekend in a 3-game series.
2-2.
Both the Rays and Orioles are getting closer to the first place spot in the American League East. The Yankees trying to defend that. Didn't help that they got swept by the Red Sox, who are in last place. That helps the Red Sox out, too. The Red Sox aren't in last place in the AL East anymore. Zunino strikes out there against Franklin Perez, and now there are 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. But briefly, here are the AL East standings. You have the Yankees in first place with a 24-16 record. The Orioles are in second place with a 22-19 record, 2.5 games back. The Rays are 22-20, 3 games back. The Red Sox are 19-23, 6 games back. The Red Sox are 19-23, 6 games back, and the Blue Jays are 18-22, also 6 games back. The Red Sox had an awful start to the season, but they've gained ground enough not to be in last place anymore, and the AL East is day by day getting more competitive. Lowe hits that pitch toward right field. That's close to the line. And that stays fair. That's gone. 3rd home run hit off the Yankees in this game. Brandon Lowe, the latest to do it. It's 5-1. The Rays lead it. Well, G-Man Choi had the same type of home run when he hit his in the 6th. A ball that is hugging the line, could be fair or foul, but you see clearly comes down in fair territory there. And another 2-run home run hit by the Rays in this game. So the Rays have now scored in 3 consecutive innings. Got a 2-run home run by Kevin Kiermaier in the 5th, got a solo home run by G-Man Choi in the 6th. And Brandon Lowe just hit a 2-run home run here in the 7th. Now here's Austin Meadows. Typically a loud bat, has been quiet today, 0 for 2, but he walked earlier in the game.
That's low. That's a ball.
Garrett Cole responsible for 3 of the 5 runs the Rays scored. Franklin Perez just let up his first runs in this game. He's at 2 earned runs now.
Ball.
As that pitch misses outside, the count's 3 balls and no strikes. Game that started out as a pitcher's duel between Garrett Cole and Blake Snell took a turn in the 5th inning where some offense came out, and most notably came from the Rays bats. The Yankees scored first. Miguel Andujar hit a solo home run in the top of the 5th inning. But the Rays got home runs in the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th. And Meadows gets his first hit of the evening. He tries for second base, well thrown in there by Brett Gardner. And Meadows' aggression does not pay off. That ends the 7th inning. Meanwhile, another home run hit by the Rays, this one off the bat of Brandon Lowe. We'll go to the 8th inning. The Yankees trail this one 5-1.
Your attention, please.
Diego Castillo comes into the game for the Rays.
Number 63.
In 21 games appeared in, he has a 5.32 ERA. Has pitched in 23 2/3 innings. Doesn't have any wins, but a couple losses, and has also tallied 10 holds.
The third baseman, Gio Urshela.
9-1-2 hitters due up for the Yankees. Gio Urshela, DJ LeMahieu, and Aaron Judge all scheduled to bat. Check swing and no swing. That's ball 1. That right-hander on the right mound that you see on your screen, that's Nick Anderson, and he is the closing pitcher for the Rays. He has been red hot all season. Swing and a miss, counts even at 1. El Castillo notably throwing as he usually does in triple digits. 1-1 pitch coming. Swing and a miss. That one was a breaking ball.
1-2.
And it's difficult for hitters to adjust to that. When a pitcher establishes that he's throwing 100 plus miles per hour, a hitter has to be ready for that pitch. And that's where a breaking ball or even a slider like that can be so dangerous, because it's coming in straight and all of a sudden tails away, just like that slider. Gets Urshela swinging, and that's the first out of the 8th inning.
Now batting, second base.
Watch, it looks like it's coming in straight,
LeMahieu.
and then it just breaks. So when the hitter's squaring his bat up to the ball, by the time the hitter believes he has a gauge on the pitch, it breaks away from him. Very difficult to hit.
Ball.
That's why Aroldis Chapman, who was one of the players who does throw toward triple digits, that's why he became so dangerous when he developed an off-speed pitch. Because any hitter can time up a fastball, no matter how fast it is. Any major league hitter can do that. And the problem is when a pitcher develops a strong breaking ball to deceive the hitters when they're trying to prepare for that fastball. And that's when it can become a guessing game, and that's when it becomes very difficult to hit. 2-1 coming from Castillo on the ground left side. Yandy Diaz has a play, throws the G-Man Choi. LeMahieu's out at first, and now there are 2 outs in the 8th inning.
Number 99, Aaron Judge.
Here comes Aaron Judge. 2 outs, bases empty for him. He is 0 for 3 out of the Yankees' 2 spot. Castillo pitching in his first inning. Got the first 2 outs of the 8th.
0-1.
And now faces Judge. 0-1 pitch. Too low, counts even at 1. In the air against the shift. Toward right field. Back goes Renfroe. And that ball is gone. Solo home run for Aaron Judge here in the 8th. The Yankees strike again with the long ball, though they still trail by 3 runs. Let's watch this again. He was a bit late on the ball, but squared it up. It was over the middle of the plate, and Judge decided not to try to pull it, but just squared it up well, despite being a little late. Had enough strength to hit it out of the park. Now the Yankees have 2 runs. It's 5-3 ball game, and now here's Gleyber Torres. 2 outs, bases empty, and a run in this inning for the Yankees. Torres 0 for 3. Breaking ball finds the zone. Counts quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. In the air, down the right field line. They had him shifted, so nobody is over there in right field. And because of that, Torres will get extra bases. And a couple 2-out hits for the Yankees.
Now batting, left fielder.
That puts a runner in scoring position. There's a run in the inning already, but now Torres in scoring position at second base. And a powerful hitter in Giancarlo Stanton coming to the plate. That finds the zone. That's strike 1. Castillo got the first 2 outs of this inning in a row. Then gave up a couple of hits, one of which was a home run to Aaron Judge. The second to Gleyber Torres, who's now on second base. That's outside, counts 1-1. Stanton, a .205 hitter with runners in scoring position this season. Here comes the 1-1 from Castillo. On the ground left side, a diving stop by Yandy Diaz. Picks the ball up and throws to G-Man Choi, but Stanton beats it out, and they'll rule that a base hit. A clear,
The catcher, Gary.
not routine play attempted there by Yandy Diaz. That's 3 straight hits now that Diego Castillo has given up. Torres on third base, Stanton on first base, 2 outs. Here's Gary Sanchez. Top of the 8th inning, a run in for the Yankees already. And now a couple on for a dangerous hitter in their lineup. Swing and a miss. That pitch was elevated.
0-1.
Sanchez was too late. Top foul, counts 0-2. I don't know why I say a dangerous hitter in the Yankees lineup, because most of the Yankees hitters are feared hitters among the league. But Sanchez strikes out there. Diego Castillo gets the 3rd out of the inning after some drama. Only 1 run scored, and it was on this Aaron Judge solo home run. Moving to the bottom of the 8th inning, it's the Rays 5 and the Yankees 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Here's Tommy Kahnle coming out of the Yankees bullpen.
Number 48.
Has a 2.50 ERA and 18 innings pitched so far this season. We'll face the 3, 4, 5 hitters in the Rays order. Yandy Diaz,
Yandy.
G-Man Choi, and Hunter Renfroe. Tommy Kahnle, a former Chicago White Sox. The Yankees got 3 established players in the deal. They got Kahnle, Todd Frazier, and David Robertson. Yeah, Todd Frazier hit free agency after the 2017 season. He went on to play for the Mets. Now he's with the Rangers. David Robertson played for the Yankees for the rest of 2017 and 2018.
1-2. Count.
But signed a deal with the Phillies in the 2018-19 offseason. Swing and a miss. Tommy Kahnle, first batter he faces, strikes out. And with that, we'll take a look at the starter comparison now.
The first baseman, G-Man Choi.
Blake Snell threw 6 innings, gave up 1 earned run. Garrett Cole threw 5 innings, gave up 3 earned runs. Snell didn't walk anybody in his outing. Cole walked a few hitters. Both of them pitched as well as they could. Cole just gave up an extra home run. One of which was served up to this man. G-Man Choi hit a home run off Garrett Cole in the 6th inning. It was the 3rd and final run that Cole gave up in his outing. Franklin Perez was on the mound in the 7th when Brandon Lowe hit the 2-run home run. And now G-Man Choi pops that one up against the shift, but running that ball down is Gio Urshela. And now there are 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Hunter Renfroe.
This is game 1 of a 4-game series between these 2 teams. It'll be through 4 straight days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's outside. That's ball 1. Couple more arms throwing in the Yankees bullpen, just for good measure. The Rays are playing the Yankees now, and they'll play the Orioles over the weekend. This is game 1 of a 9-game homestand that the Rays will be playing in as well. Meanwhile, the Yankees will be on a 10-game road trip. Starting here with 4 games against the Rays, we'll play the Astros in a 3-game road series, and then we'll play the Brewers in a 3-game interleague road series next week. This is an important series for the Rays, who are within 3 games of the Yankees now. Renfroe grounds that one to short. There's Gleyber Torres, who throws to Luke Voigt. And the 8th inning comes to a close. No runs on no hits and nobody left on for the Rays. Last chance for the Yankees coming up in the top of the 9th. It's 5-2. The Rays lead it.
Your attention, please.
Jose Alvarado will come into pitch for the Rays.
Number 46.
He has one save in 4 opportunities this season. He's appeared in 12 games, pitched just over 7 innings, and has a 13.50 earned run average. And Miguel Andujar coming to the plate. This is a save situation for Alvarado. The Rays had Nick Anderson warming up in the bullpen, but decide not to use him.
0-1.
Alvarado, you see there, he struggled this season, hasn't pitched much because of the doubts that he's put on the Rays management. Nick Anderson is the 4th best, is tied for the 4th best spot on the saves leaderboard in the American League. He has 13 saves. And as of right now, will not pitch.
2-1.
Alvarado falls behind Andujar, 2 balls and a strike. And this is an ever-important game, not only for the Rays, but for the entire American League East. The Orioles beat the Indians today. And they've moved a half game up on the Yankees now, pending this game. The Orioles are in 2nd place, and the Rays are right behind the Orioles in 3rd place. But winning this series could mean a lot for the Rays and the rest of the American League East. As G-Man Choi makes that play, that's the first out at the top of the 9th inning.
The bat, the first baseman.
The Yankees had previously gotten swept in a 3-game weekend series against the Red Sox. The Rays took 2 of 3 from the Rangers in their own weekend series. The Rays are looking to make it 3 in a row. And the Yankees on the brink of making it 4 straight losses. Colin Poche warming up, and you see Nick Anderson, the closer, still throwing just in case. But Alvarado got the first out of this 9th inning. And this is a save opportunity for him.
1 ball, 1 strike.
It's too far inside and also extremely low. Counts even at 1. Swing and a miss, got him to chase a breaking ball.
1-2 to count.
Voit falls behind, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs. 101 mile per hour fastball.
Now
Voit asking if that pitch was high. That was close.
Brett Gardner.
I don't know if many umpires will call a pitch like that. But it was close, and it got him to made a swing, and now 2 outs, top of the 9th. There's Brett Gardner. Yankees 1 out to work with. On the ground and foul. Alvarado gets ahead, no balls and a strike. Gardner singled in the 3rd inning, has since gone 0 for 2. His average is bumped up to 282 with that single. 0-1. Too far inside, counts even at 1. Alvarado throwing consistently in triple digits. That last pitch was 100 miles per hour. Breaking ball finds the middle of the plate. Gardner did not pull the trigger. And now the Yankees down to their final strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 9th. Alvarado in line for the save. Popped up into left field. Austin Meadows is there. He makes the catch. And the Rays have beaten the Yankees in Game 1 of this 4-game series. The final score, the Rays 5 and the Yankees 2. The Rays improve in this one. The Rays improve to 23-20. They're now 2.5 games back of the division lead. The Yankees fall to 24-17, and the Orioles move up another half game on the Yankees. The Orioles are now 2 games back of the division lead, and the Rays are in 3rd, 2.5 games back of the division lead with this win here tonight. Blake Snell gets the win. Garrett Cole got the loss, and Jose Alvarado earns the save for this one. Snell pitched 6 full innings, gave up 1 earned run on 5 hits, but the only earned run he gave up was on a solo home run to Miguel Andujar. He also struck out 6 and didn't walk a single person. Garrett Cole pitched 5 2/3 innings, could not make it out of the 6th inning. He gave up 3 earned runs on 4 hits. He also gave up 2 long balls, walked 3, struck out 7 though, but got the loss. Gave up too many runs. Jose Alvarado pitched an inning, struck out a batter. He earned the save in this one. Quick scoring recap for you. The Yankees scored first in the top of the 5th inning. They got a solo home run from Miguel Andujar that made it 1-0, but the Rays responded almost immediately. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th, Willie Adames hit a single, and then Kevin Kiermaier hit a 2-run home run that made it 2-1. The Rays put on another run against Garrett Cole in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ji-Man Choi hit a solo home run that made it 3-1. Then in the 7th inning, Franklin Perez was on the mound when Brandon Lowe hit a 2-run home run. That made it 5-1. And then in the 8th, the Yankees got a home run from Aaron Judge, the last run scored by either team. And the Rays scored enough runs to outscore the Yankees. And despite getting more hits than the Rays were able to win. Kevin Kiermaier, the player of the game, he went 2 for 2, had a home run, also had a double late in the game. He was the one that scored on the Brandon Lowe 2-run home run in the 7th inning. Well-deserved player of the game for Kevin Kiermaier. Well, that'll do it here from Tropicana Field. My name is Nicholas Callis. You've been watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. Once again, the final score of this game, the Tampa Bay Rays 5 and the New York Yankees 2.